So it's been almost a month since the whole Cody Ko situation blew up, and he finally responded. Not really. Of course he hasn't responded because I don't know what his problem is. He can't even make a brief statement on Twitter if he wanted to, or X, sorry, but I'm not going to call it X, it's Twitter. But of course, instead of doing that, he's decided to be completely silent, which makes him seem very guilty. Now, as you guys probably remember, or maybe not because not a whole lot of returning viewers, but I made a video probably about a week ago about Cody Ko being let go or stepping down from TMG Studios, the podcast that he runs with Noel, I think is his name. And that had been the latest update that we had gotten. But recently, TMG Studios just released a podcast. In the first few minutes, Noel kind of goes over the situation. He doesn't talk about, the Tana Mongoose situation. He just goes over what's going to be happening with the podcast. And the guy obviously looks very upset, as anybody who lost a friend would be. It makes sense. He looks like it hit him hard, honestly, which is understandable. Before we get into that, I do want to say I haven't posted for like 8 days now because I've been sick. Both my ears were infected. It wasn't very much fun, but I'm back and I'm gonna try to make up for those 8 days, and hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it now. Sorry for yapping for so long.
What's up, everybody? Before we start this episode, I want to start by saying thank you for just how supportive and understanding you all have been, and patient above all. And understandably, a lot of you want to know what I have to say about everything that's happened. And the reality there is that I'm not in a position to speak about the situation. And at this point, really, the thing I have to focus on is how to move forward. Which leads me to say, I want to thank everyone as well that just sent me messages of support, just directly to me. That has been just very motivating and reassuring, not just for me, but for everyone at the studio. That's kind of given us the energy we needed to, take the first step back. I took some time and figured out a new direction for the show and where I want the company to go overall. And so this episode, we didn't shoot it in studio. It's actually kind of a crazy story. We flew to West Virginia, drove through a creek bed, hiked half a mile with the gear to film with the guest. And it turned out to be just a great story overall. We'll be filming out of studio for the next few weeks, and that's just because I want to build a new set. And that's kind of the plan. Again, I just want to thank you all. You have supported me for years, almost a decade, and you've supported the studio for years, and we all fully intend to give you what you've given us for so long. That part is not going to stop. So, yeah, it means the world to me just how much you all have been there for me, and I fully intend to, just keep at it and keep making things that I hope you love and enjoy.
So yeah, you can probably imagine how difficult it's been, especially just for their whole studio, having such a huge shift in their production. Like, one of the key members is now gone and won't be returning. It's definitely going to cause a problem. Plus, I'm sure they're getting a lot of controversy about them being friends with Cody, which I think is just messed up, because Cody should take all the blame, and people that are just associated with him like this shouldn't really be attacked unless they knew about the whole situation and kept quiet about it. Then it would be a problem. And it's crazy that his co-host that was on this podcast made a statement before Cody even made a statement. Sorry if I sound more like the nerd emoji than normal right now. I'm still getting over being sick, but yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Cody. He seems like he's just a big coward, honestly. To just let your co-hosts and everybody get attacked, since he was censoring his comments and everything so hard, people went to his wife's page and were harassing her to where she had to turn off her comments, which is not okay at all. I don't condone that behavior in any means. Like, her and their kid and Noel have nothing to do with the situation. They should just be left alone, because it should just be Cody that receives all the hate. And obviously Noel's way more responsible and professional than Cody, because he actually came out with a really good statement. Thanked everybody for their support, talked about the direction he's going to be taking the channel in, and telling everybody that he's not going anywhere. He's reassuring all the viewers that don't worry, we're still going to be here, we're still going to be making videos. That might be a little bit different, but I'm still going to give my all into this. So that's definitely a good thing to reassure the audience of. And I think it was a great statement. But Cody just still won't respond. Maybe he's been drafting up a response for the past month, which is a possibility, but unlikely, because he at least should have made a small statement or an update on Twitter about, hey, I'm making a response video to this, or a rebuttal or something to defend himself, but he just stayed quiet, which could mean a couple things. You know, of course, he, like I said, he could be trying to make a video debunking everything, or he's guilty, because if he comes out and says it was true, then he would be convicting himself of a crime, basically. So the only way to really keep himself out of the legal system is by saying, or by being quiet. That's what kind of leads me to thinking that it's true, just because of how quiet that he's been so far. Because if he admits it, then he would probably be in a lot more trouble, of course. And he is a millionaire. He has plenty of money to retire. He could never come back to YouTube or social media and be fine for the rest of his life, and there would be no issues at all. And nobody can really force him to give a response, unfortunately, so we just have to keep waiting and see what's going to happen. Hopefully he will end up giving a response, just so we have further information. But so far, this is all we get, because he's just refusing to say anything. He's the master of covering things up. It's ridiculous how long that this was under wraps for, because I had never even heard about the situation until D'Angelo Wallace made a video talking about it. Anyway, that's all I really had to say, because it's not a huge update or anything, but I just want to talk about how even his co-host is willing to make a statement and reassure his audience, while Cody is just still completely silent, not saying anything. It's kind of ridiculous, but we'll see if he shows up at another concert being a DJ, or if he makes a response video. Anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Share it with your friends, your enemies, whoever you want, really. And yeah, see ya.